News 8 continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Despite the record high COVID cases in the past week, experts say that COVID infections are still bound to increase further in the coming days. The health department have also revised its quarantine protocols to ease the pressure on the country's healthcare systems as the cases spike. Maricel Halili with the details.
The Philippines starts the year with staggering COVID cases. The worst part, it hasn't even peaked yet.
Omicron will become the dominant variant here in the capital. It will be very scary for the next few weeks. It's really important to be vaccinated and to be boosted.
According to the Octa Research Group, Metro Manila's positivity rate is now at 46%, while nationwide doubling time is at 2.2. Professor Guido David says it's high time we'll look beyond NCR.
May nakikita na rin tayong pagtaas sa mga ibang parts ng Pilipinas tulad sa Visayas at sa Mindanao. May nakikita na rin bahagyang pagtaas. So medyo concerning yan na baka umabot na rin sa ibang parte ng bansa.
Given the soaring cases, the health department has recalibrated its quarantine guidelines so as to ease pressure on the healthcare system. Fully vaccinated healthcare workers who are COVID positive but are asymptomatic or only have mild or moderate symptoms will only be isolated up to 5 days. Close contact health workers will no longer be quarantined, but this will still depend on the assessment of the hospitals and health offices. For the general population, those who are positive but asymptomatic or with mild or moderate symptoms must be isolated for 10 days. A 21-day isolation, meanwhile, is required for those experiencing severe symptoms. As for close contacts, those fully vaccinated will only need a 7-day quarantine, while those unvaccinated or partially vaccinated will undergo a 14-day quarantine. Isolation facilities will now prioritize senior citizens and those with comorbidities. Home quarantine is also encouraged for those with asymptomatic or mild to moderate symptoms.
Kung kayo po ay positive at wala po kayong sariling kwarto at banyo sa inyong bahay, kayo po ay dapat dalhin sa isang accredited isolation facility upang maiwasan pang makapanghawa sa loob ng inyong tahanan.
After this wave of cases, Octa's Father Austriaco believes the Omicron variant may be the pandemic's endgame, but some experts would like to temper that optimism.
Gusto natin na ito na yung pinakahuli, na wala nang susunod pang ibang variant. Unfortunately, hindi pa natin masasabi with certainty na ito na nga ang katapusan ng COVID. Sana totoo, sana magdilang anghel si Father, pero siguro mas maganda pa rin maging maingat, huwag sadyaing magpahawa on the assumption na hindi na mahahawaan ulit ng iba pa.
For News 5, Maricel Halili, We Are One News.
An infectious disease expert said that there is already a community transmission of the Omicron variant in the Philippines. During the Laging Handa briefing, Dr. Ronchine Solante said that given the exponential increase in cases over a short period of time, there is already a community transmission of the Omicron variant. Solante adds that one carrier of the Omicron variant can infect 15 to 25 people, as it is 3 to 5 times more transmissible than the Delta variant.
With the enormous number of people being positive with just a short duration of time, and most of them are manifesting with an upper respiratory tract symptoms, then I would say there is already community transmission of Omicron variant.
Solante also said vaccination is still the key to minimize and mitigate the ongoing transmission of the virus. He said that people can still develop severe symptoms despite having natural immunity from the previous infections.
We have to take that particular message of a natural vaccine because we know that pag na-infect ka ng Omicron variant, once you recovered, kung maka-recover ka, then you still have an antibody, and that's why you are protected against a reinfection of an Omicron variant, no? But the fact that this is still a virus and the possibility that if you are infected,
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. 5 people were injured in the fire that razed Star Mall, Alabang. The fire, which started yesterday at around 3 o'clock in the morning, raged on for 15 hours before firefighters declared the blaze under control at 7:06 p.m. yesterday. Now, there were a total of 226 responding fire trucks, 59 firefighters, 167 fire volunteers, and 9 ambulances deployed. Now, according to authorities, the fire started from the lower ground floor of the building, but they have to yet determine the cause of the fire. Damages are estimated at around 100 million pesos. Now, as flu season rolls in, health experts are seeing a rise in COVID-19 and flu co-infections either simultaneously or back to back. They're calling this occurrence flurona. Now, how dangerous is this? This Bloomberg Quick Take will tell us.
Unfortunately, as we see the cases of seasonal influenza and COVID-19 drastically increase, it's clear that people shared more than gifts this holiday season. Germs were shared as well. And as the weather gets colder, people are going to continue to move inside for social gatherings, which makes the importance of vaccinations and face coverings even more important. While flurona might sound like a joke, it's something we should take seriously. Flurona is co-infection of both influenza and COVID-19 at the same time. And while we've only seen a few cases to date, given the rapid rise in both influenza and COVID-19, we're going to see more cases. Many of our hospitals are at or above capacity treating COVID-19 patients, which leaves little to no room for other severe illnesses, including influenza. And it's important to note that influenza and COVID-19, when severe, require the same life-saving medical equipment and the same staff and medical professionals. So getting your flu vaccine and your COVID-19 vaccine, including boosters, is your best protection against co-infection of flu and COVID-19. So we need to do our part by getting vaccinated for both influenza and COVID-19 to reduce the unnecessary medical visits and hospitalizations. It's important that we remain diligent with hand hygiene, mask wearing, and social distancing. In addition, as we move indoors, it's important we continue to wear masks and social distance even after vaccination, because we know that variants can still be spread.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 10:15 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.